Hello, freaks, and welcome to another Doctor Who Watch Through review. So this is obviously continuing on after, we recorded this not long after the last one, which was Web of Fear. So we've watched my most anticipated Doctor Who story so far. There's a few more coming up in the colour era, but this is my most anticipated one. I haven't watched in the 60s era. I've been waiting to watch this one, so I was very excited. And that, of course, was Fury from the Deep. It's a 6-part story, completely animated. There is no surviving episodes. There are some surviving scenes, I believe, but this is obviously completely animated. Obviously, it has the black and white and the colour version. We watched this in the black and white version. This is what I tend to do. So yeah, let's just talk about it then. This is quite a big one. Again, this is another companion exit story for Victoria. And surprisingly, a very, very good companion exit. Not a lot of the 60s companion exits, not a lot of classic Who companion exits, if I'm honest, were that great. But this one was great. It was a fantastic
nice, it was
exit.
Poignant,
Yeah.
And yeah, they got to say goodbye properly. And
Exactly.
they got to be sad as well.
Yeah.
Which is, because you would be sad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the biggest fan of Victoria, but some stories she's better than others. This one she was pretty good in.
It was quite funny because her great strength of screaming came
in handy. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, oh, we can defeat this evil villain by screaming at it.
So yeah, this one is another quite big one for Doctor Who because obviously it's the first showing of the sonic screwdriver. Doesn't get much of a showing, obviously, but it's there.
And it unscrews things.
Yeah, it was just mainly for that at the beginning, and obviously it became a lot bigger part of Doctor Who as time went on. But overall, then this story really, really fun. It balances the creepiness of the idea, and I have actually noticed. Sort of series 5, and this is the end of series 5 for us. There is another one, obviously, where we get Zoe, but that one isn't currently existing. There's no animations for it, so unfortunately. But yeah, so this is the end of series 5 for us.
And you said you noticed something.
Yes. So what I noticed is, thank you, I forgot what I was talking about. What I noticed is series 5 has quite a lot of stories that sort of take away from films. Kind of a lot of B-movie inspiration, I feel.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Cybermen is obviously, The Mummy and stuff like that. Kind of Hammer horror-ish. Although I don't know, no, they would have been, because it's 60s at this point, so yeah, they definitely would have been around at that point. Ice Warriors, not really. I mean, I guess computers, but not really. But then
the terror of computers.
Yeah, but Enemy of the World is very, very sort of pulpies, sort of Bond-esque.
Bondish, yeah, really Bondy. Bondy.
And then Web of Fear, again, sort of horror tropey.
Like the Abominable Snowman, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
In London.
Yeah, in London.
Underground.
These were obviously brought back. So
Monsters in the Underground.
The Abominable Snowman is obviously the first one, which is getting animated, as I said in the last episode. So that's quite cool.
And this one kind of reminds me of like the Blob or something, because foamy death.
There's foamy death. Also kind of reminded me of Pod People, what's it called?
Body Snatchers.
Body Snatchers kind of reminded me of that because, people...
But they're like seaweed creatures as well, so like Creature from the Black Lagoon and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of sort of B-movie inspiration from this series, I feel. But yeah, overall this was fun. I liked, again, the characterization for the three mains, the Doctor, Victoria and Jamie was great in this. It can sort of be... Series 5 is a bit hit and miss when it comes to the companion writing, to be honest. Jamie and the Doctor is always really good, but Victoria sort of gets dealt a bad hand quite a lot through the series, I felt.
Yeah.
But this one, she's very good. She's a fun addition. She has more to do, obviously, because it's her exit story. So
yeah, it's like the Doctor tells her to wait behind, and she sort of follows them, which I like that. Like,
yeah, but also she's sort of realising that maybe this lifestyle isn't for her, even though she loves being with the Doctor and Jamie. Like, she loves them, but the lifestyle that they lead
not knowing where they are, not ever going anywhere nice.
Exactly.
So it's always people fighting to survive and things wherever they go. It's like,
yeah, there's always alien attacks.
A disaster.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And also, again, this is I think I said for the Web of Fear that, like, it was very quintessential Doctor Who. I feel like this is as well, because it's a base under siege story. This goes for a little bit more because they do manage to sort of explore other areas and there's other things going on. But this is, again, very quintessential for the
There's a shouty man.
There is a shouty man. There's a lot of shouty mans in the Troughton era. This one's quite fun. He goes literally insane, which is always fun. In fact, this one I feel plays around a lot with just a lot of the tropes in the series, and then plays around with a lot of, like, the characters getting taken over. It was nice how it was kind of he was slowly going more crazy and losing it and getting taken over, sort of thing. That was fun. There's obviously the really, really creepy duo of Mr. Quill and I can't remember. And Oak. Mr. Quill and Oak. Yeah, Quill and Oak. Really, really creepy duo. Creepy duo.
Yeah. Especially when they start, gassing you by going...
Yeah, they just open... Yeah, and I think it's Quill does a really creepy smile.
Yes.
We didn't want him to smile anymore, so that was fun.
No.
This also just has a really classic opening of the TARDIS descending down into the ocean, which is a great scene. And it's just, there's some funny moments, there's some creepy moments. It's kind of similar in tone to Web of Fear, really. I feel like this one was a bit better, if I'm honest, just because it still has the trope that I'm not fond of, that, like, they're like, oh, we've got to imprison the Doctor. But, like, I kind of like it in this because it's, like, in both of them they sort of have, it doesn't last for very long. But I like it in this because it's just, like, everything's going to crap, it's all gonna, it's all going wrong. And, the humans are losing command, the bosses are losing command and stuff, so that's quite fun.
Also, we get to see Jamie crawl out of a vent and then Victoria go, you needn't have bothered, after he's fallen out of it. Which is fun. I like that sort of thing. That makes me laugh.
A thing I really like about this era in particular, like the 60s era, is that you do see them having a lot of fun during this era, laughing about.
Yeah,
and,
when they arrive on the beach and they're like they're throwing foam at each other. It's great.
Yeah, and it's like in the Enemy of the World, he goes into the ocean.
Think that if you're doing something you don't have fun, it's like, oh, if you're at work, you're at work. And you don't ever have fun at work. But it's like, no, that's not how it is.
Yeah, no, they do have fun, and I like it.
You have to alleviate the day, especially if you're doing long shifts.
Yeah, it does feel like, they're actual, like, a family unit kind of thing.
Yeah,
just having fun with their adventures, and then they're
on the beach.
Get thrown into these situations. There's always a few jokes thrown about and stuff like that. It's a good time, and I like this era of the show, not treating them like these sort of, I don't know, really serious people that have to, stop alien invasions all the time. You know, it's
Also, it's kind of cool as well because
it's
like
a fun dynamic.
the creature in this, so it's seaweed as well as foamy death,
Mm.
and seaweed is kind of horrible. Like if you're in the sea and it brushes up against you, it's kind of cringy. So you can really feel like, ooh, that's horrible. That's really nasty. But also, we have to point out that seaweed does like a good beat.
It does. So
It's continually having a rave.
it just sounds like it's having a rave in this. It just the beat that they talk about, it does literally sound like I can't do it. You do.
Yes, yes. Do.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. It's
Shut
like
up! I can.
you know, not the Dursto. You know, the people do the I can't
Okay,
do
you
it.
sounding.
Yes, but you know what I mean. You're just going do. That's not how you do it. There's a particular way that you do the beat.
Sorry, it's not how you do it.
Well, it's not. I mean, I can't do it, but you can't do it either.
Watch Spaced.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like that, basically.
There's a guy who's on a bike and he constantly hears a beat and everything. It's literally, it's like that.
Seaweed love a good beat. But yeah, it's just a good time, this one, again. It's well paced, again, you know. It feels like a lot of these have a good pace. Maybe apart
because they're
from
6 parts, so
yeah,
you know,
maybe apart from
quite
the
long.
Ice Warriors. I that one not the greatest in my opinion in terms of pacing. It's not a bad story, but it doesn't quite work for me. But like most of these stories are on the longer side, and I think they work really well. I don't think they needed cutting down, really. Maybe the Web of Fear might have needed like just one less episode, but I don't know. I think it's pretty well paced as well. Which is quite surprising because I know, you know, sometimes Doctor Who, it feels like he's, you know, tacked on because of, they need to get this certain amount of episodes in the series. So, you know, but no, it feels well done here. And again, as I say, the dynamic with the Doctor, Jamie, Victoria is great in this one. So yeah, that's how I feel about this one, I guess. You got anything to add?
No, I really enjoyed it as well. I thought it was really good. Yeah, definitely up there at the top of series 5.
Yeah. I don't think we've really talked about the fact that we're on series 5. I don't think I've even made a playlist for it. But yeah, it's this one is one of my favourites, I think. But series 5 is a pretty strong series, I think.
It is. I was looking at it and I was like, wow, this is a good series.
Yeah.
I don't dislike any of them, and you know,
the closest I get
really
to
good
dislike is probably the Ice Warriors, but even then, like, it's still good. There's some good ideas in there. And you know, I mean, it's the Ice Warriors. They're a classic villain, so
exactly.
So yeah, there it is then. That is series 5. We're on to series 6, which is the last of the black and white era. I think in series 6 there's only one story missing, which is cool. And I think there is only one story that exists out of the story that's missing. I haven't seen, but there's only one story out of this series I haven't seen. In series 6, so I have a good, you know, idea of the stories in that series. I enjoy this the next series as well. I think it's a really strong series as well. There's some great ones in there. So yeah.
Is it mostly that I haven't seen them?
You've seen? No, I feel you've seen most of them, to be honest.
Ooh, interesting.
I think you've only seen. There's only 2, maybe. I think there's only 3 you haven't seen. And it is the longest. Well, it's not the longest full series that we have, but I think it's the longest full series of Troughton we have, I believe. Or that might have changed with animations. I can't really remember. But, yeah. So, obviously, this is not the end of Series 5. We've still got to do our wrap-up video, where we talk about them all all together and rank them and all of that good stuff. And that will cap off Series 5. And then we'll obviously get into Series 6, finish off the Black and White era, and...
then we're on to Pertwee.
Yeah, and then we're missing no stories. It's just a full run from there.
Yeah.
So that's quite exciting. It'll be sad once Patrick
I'm
Troughton
looking forward
era
to
is
not
over.
having missing stories. Because
Yeah.
it always feels a little bit disappointing that
It does.
the BBC decided not to keep hold of them.
It does. It is disappointing, and also it feels kind of jarring if you're watching these in order to suddenly like skip one, because it
Yeah.
is kind of noticeable.
Well, especially if they reference it, or if something important's happened, like obviously in Web of Fear, they'd already come across the Professor and the Yeti, and obviously we hadn't seen any of that. So
No, well, that one is getting animated. That's the last one to get
I'm
animated.
glad it's getting animated, but
So
yeah.
obviously we'll have another one for Series 5 to watch. I do have Galaxy 4, which I only got recently. I sort of put off that one because it's I was just not in a massive hurry to get to it, to be honest. But I am excited to watch it and see how that one goes. So yeah, it'll be more Hartnell to enjoy.
Yeah. But no more Barbara, I'm afraid.
No more Barbara. I'm really,
Sad
really
face.
hoping that eventually they will animate Marco Polo and so I think there's the two stories that are missing from Series 1 and 2 are both historical stories, which I love the historical stories. So
I
I'm
love
kind
the
of
historical.
kind of disappointed that those are the ones that were lost. Because
bad BBC.
yeah, they both sound really good as well. They're supposed to be pretty good. I know that the Series 2 one, I've forgotten what it's called, but only 2 episodes of that are gone. So I hope one day we get that animated. I know it's quite difficult because there's a lot of changes of clothes and intricate details and stuff, but I'd like it if that got animated, because that would be fun.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the video. Please do comment in the comment section below.
Like and subscribe.
No. You're going too fast.
Oh, okay.
Comment below what you think of this story. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you just think it's just okay? Yes, like and subscribe as well. And in the link in the description, we also have links to the podcast, Blathering Pod, and our Twitter. So yeah, we will see you next time.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.